Welcome back, Tribe. We have an episode here. Simp dated an OnlyFans girl. She ruined his life. I'm assume this is going to be the simp. I haven't seen a second of this, but there's simpy qualities.
So you're
Let's see if I'm wrong.
single, Mick?
It's going to be in the inbox here.
What happened?
Yeah, just look at the build. I don't want to be this guy, but I have to call this out, bro. Gut, skinny, fat. Seriously. A lot of times men do this to themselves. Let's see what happens.
Discuss.
Nick,
That's
please,
what I'm
in the
here to
mic.
discuss about is being single now. Yeah.
All right, Mick, give us the background here, okay?
So last time I was on the podcast that many have seen, I was with
Can you scoot into the table a little bit?
It's kind of hard between these
Or
two,
do you want to
but
just hold the mic? You can hold the mic.
I can.
Just get close to it. Get close to it.
Okay, so last time I was on here, I was with Keely Rose, who is an OnlyFans girl. And yeah, she basically, after 6 years of living together and being together every day, she left me for another guy. And she's currently in Melbourne, Australia with this other guy. And it kind of came abruptly out of nowhere for me a few months ago. And I was very heartbroken about it, but now I'm here ready to discuss it and show that I am okay and I will survive.
You guys were married, right?
Were you guys married?
We were engaged. And
right.
For a few years we were engaged, and I definitely was committed to her and definitely loved her and wanted to be in a monogamous relationship with her and was monogamous during that period. Even though she was doing things with other guys for money, I always figured that.
Do you see what I mean? I have no sympathy. Sorry, can't defend it. You can't say you were monogamous when she was doing things with other guys for money and be surprised that she left you and that you gave her multiple years and now you're all distraught. I gotta rebuild myself. What the hell?
What the hell is even that?
Oh, hell no! Come on, man. Is this where we've gotten? This is like the modern version of modern women. This is like the modern man. This is what's left of men. Can you imagine your father? Can you imagine your grandfather sitting there being like, I loved your grandma so much. She was out there doing OF content, sleeping with other men for money, and I gave her 6 years of monogamy.
6 years. And then she left me. Oh my God. I never saw this coming. How could this happen to me? I love her.
Shit is pathetic.
At least, even if it was for money, at least she still loved me, and it was just sex.
Yeah, I can't, bruh.
Oh my God! Oh hell no!
Okay.
It wasn't love, and it wasn't making love, and she would come back to me, and that would be love. You know, now I'm definitely, you know, shocked by it. You don't expect your spouse to leave you for another man, but you know, stranger things have happened in this world, and so I'm not alone. I'm sure there's many guys in my boat, but I'm all right because I still have my dog. And we go hiking and do things together, so at least I'm not alone. And I do, I am, you know, I purchased my first property for investment, so I do have cash flow that's going to be coming in soon, so I don't need her money anyway. And I'm purchasing a house in North Carolina. It'll feel pretty empty, you know, up in the mountains there without her, you know, because I was going to buy it with her, the intention of her being with me, but now it's just going to be my little buddy and I, and I'm going to build a recording studio in it and go hiking and hopefully meet someone new. So that's, you know, that's kind of what my deal is.
Nick, are you able to, can you pull up, no. Can you pull up Dating Talk 65? That's the episode that Mick was on with Keely. We don't really need to watch anything, but we'll just show, because Mick was previously on with his then fiance, girlfriend. Just for context for people, they appeared together. Keely, at the time, and I believe still currently, she was a stripper, correct?
Well, she started as a stripper for a few years, and then when lockdowns happened, she wasn't able to make any money, so she went to being a porn star, and then from being a porn star to doing OnlyFans. When she was on here, she hadn't done porn in like a year anyway, so it was like just OnlyFans that we were basically living off of, and then my income too.
But was she was doing scenes on OnlyFans with other men, is that correct, if I recall?
No, not necessarily, unless it was like a sugar daddy that was giving her money, and then they would film content or something around it if there was, and then she but no, it was mostly just pictures of her and stuff,
Just one sec. So while you were with her, she was sleeping with other men, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel like, if I recall the conversations that we were having about that, you said you were okay with it, but it occurred to me that you felt to some degree pressured by her to accept the situation?
I think at first I was like really disturbed by it and didn't want it. Then I started to get more used to it and become numb to the fact that was what was going on. But then as time went on, it was like we're gonna have a home together. I want to have kids. I want to have.
Wait, is this what you're saying, or is this what she's saying?
This is what I was saying to her.
Okay,
like,
I see.
I want a committed relationship. I want to love you and cherish you as my wife. I don't want you sleeping around anymore. Like that started to sink in more as I was getting older. Like when we met, I was like 20, 21, but now I'm 27, almost 28, and a lot can happen in those few years. So it's like I've matured now to where, like, before I was young and naive, and now I'm like a man who wants to have a full-time job, a committed wife and kids, and raise them and have a home and pay a mortgage and do all those adult stuff that I didn't want to do previously, when we first met. So it's a very different mindset. So I think we kind of went further and further apart because I wanted to be essentially a normal middle-aged adult in America.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $100. Mick, you dodged the bullet there. Don't be a simp, be a pimp and move on to a woman that is not a 304 cum dumpster. Maybe get TF out of CA, take some testosterone, hit the gym. Your future children will thank you.
I hit the gym every day, actually, right down the road here. But yeah, I agree with you. I did dodge a bullet. It could have ended worse. But the thing is that she wants to continue to sleep around, meet other guys. She wants to party and drink and smoke, and I don't drink at all. I don't party at all. I don't smoke at all. I don't do any of that stuff. I love socializing. I love meeting new people.
What the hell is wrong with this guy? This is unbelievable. This guy's content gold. I told you, there will always be a simp to bail a woman out for her bad mistakes. Always. They don't lose. They really don't lose. They only lose because they refuse to settle, but that's not a loss. That's just taking the high road. Like, she could be 30-something plus after all this shit going on, and there will be a simp ready for her. All she has to do is just say yes.
But I'm not into partying and all that stuff, and that's what she really wants to do. And I think she's almost become like an alcoholic because she can't handle... I've done a lot of research into psychology, and I believe she's a malignant narcissist, and her coping mechanism for her anxiety and for her narcissism is to sleep with men, smoke weed, and drink alcohol to cope with that, because it's like almost like a mental disorder that she has to cope with to deal with all the stress and anxiety that comes with being a narcissist. And if you don't know what a malignant narcissist is, just Google it. But
that's just... how recently did you guys officially split or break up?
So she flew out about a week ago to Melbourne, Australia. So that was like officially the like it's over kind of deal for me. But we were keeping in touch for the past few months, and she was lying to me about it. She was kind of manipulating me and like telling me that she still loved me and she still wanted to be with me, because I think she couldn't deal with the with me leaving her and being apart from her. So that was a very big stress for her. But I think but basically, like I went out and saw, we were spending time together and everything, and she would like completely ignore me and start talking to this other guy, and I'm like thinking something's up. And then she started acting like I'm just not even there, like spending 99% of the time with this other person. Like she's like, no, I'm here. But you know when someone's there in the room with you but not present and not looking you in the eyes and talking to you?
You see, this is the quintessential weak man. I told you guys, 0 boundaries, 0 respect, has no spine. She's walking all over him, doesn't respect him. He's just a body in the way, a walking wallet that just provides her with emotional comfort at best. That's it. And he got used. Do you see how men get used when they have no self-respect and self-esteem? This is that should have never even gotten this far. The moment she brought the stripper stage. Oh, wow.
That's essentially what was happening for like a month. And she was falling asleep in another bed away from me, and video chatting with this other guy. And I'm thinking, this is just wrong. Do you love me anymore? Like, she's like, you don't have to get upset about it. And she's kind of gaslighting me too, being like, well, you can sort of be with, you can still be with me and I can be with him and we can be in an open relationship. And I'm like, I don't want an open relationship. I want you. And you're trying to be with this other guy, and I don't understand why you think this is okay.
So, and how long has this been going on?
For the past few months.
But you said just a week ago.
She finally left.
When's the last time you saw her?
About a month ago now.
Oh, a month ago. So you guys had kind of been split, but she flew to Australia. And
I had a lot of her things. I had to give her some of her stuff and everything. She basically was living in, away from me. So it was like I, was giving her back some of her things, and she, and I were still like, I was taking her out to eat and talking and asking how she was doing and stuff, But she just started treating me so shitty for no reason. Like I'm just like, it's like I'm not even being mean. It wasn't like I was abusive or a drug addict or something. I was just literally like, can we talk and have just normal discussion? But she couldn't even talk. Her attention span right now is like a goldfish. Last time you guys saw her, she's a completely different person.
Let's actually just really quick pull up the episode for context. Here, get rid of the super chat though.
Which one is this girl, dude? Wow, oh my god. I figured she was at least good looking if she's doing all this OFan stuff. They brought her on the pod. She had some sort of following. Dude, if it's left or right, oh my.
Like move it to a different timestamp so we can see, not me. Like, so Mick, yep. Okay, so there's you, Mick. When was that? That was like 6 months ago or something. There's Keely.
Which one is
with
it?
The red hair.
Bro, he's going through all this for this?
Oh, hell no!
Okay, and you guys came on the podcast, and you kind of talked about your guys' relationship and kind of what you've already said. She does OF. She's got sugar daddies. She used to be a dancer, but she still kind of danced a little bit, was my understanding.
This is a nightmare.
Not as much at the strip clubs, but she did it if we needed money or something, yeah.
Okay, and so she's now moved to Australia to date some dude in Australia?
Yeah, this guy looks like a crackhead too, so.
How did she meet him?
Online, through like live streaming and stuff. It was just Meet Me.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't, it was just, but she did live streaming when I met her. That was how we met, was on live stream. But she just was doing live streaming again for like fun. And then she totally.
Remember those rules I told you to have? There's 3 of them. What she did with her ex, she'll do to you. If she has more guy friends than girlfriends, and if her parents are divorced. Remember what I told you? Those 3 little rules will save your ass from 99% of problems in dating today. He met her on live stream. She was already talking to other guys. That's how he got his foot in the door. He gets replaced by a guy from live streaming. She was already having a man. The same way he came in, he got kicked out. Guess what's going to happen to the Australian crackhead? He's going to get replaced the same way. Pattern recognition.
I think in her mind, she was using me to get out of Vegas because she didn't want to be there, and almost like I'm this person and I'm comfortable because we've been together for so many years now, and it was like this comfort, but she didn't really care or love me, and I cared and loved her. And so what I think happened is she basically...
Hold on just a
Modest
second.
Hikima donated $100. Brian, please keep calling for solidarity of men against paying for low quality content like of. Mick sounds like you're living it up. Lucky no marriage, no alimony, keep your assets. I got off easy too of a similar situation. #blessed.
Yeah, I definitely, you guys
Thank you for the
definitely
chat, man.
in the
Appreciate
chat
it.
tried to warn me, and I definitely had some hesitation on...
We tried.
Yes. So, but I definitely I got lucky because I never actually got.
Let's see. Let's go further along.
Probably be best if I just do truly love you and only.
So, a couple things. I don't think we should throw the term narcissist around because that gets thrown out a lot towards men and sometimes women in relationships, and typically they're not narcissistic. They're just shitty people. She sounds like she was just a shitty person, but also
Well, you're not privy to the details, full details.
No, I'm
of
not
his
saying
relationship.
I would say
privy,
her
but-
psychology, like if I was if I were to talk to a psychologist, they would say she exhibits all the traits of a malignant narcissist.
But from your viewpoint, she sounds terrible, so I'm not trying to justify her at all.
What does it matter if she's a narcissist or not? But what's the point you're trying to make?
It's just weird. Everybody
And she
throws
had
around
many
narcissist.
good-
No,
We
hold on.
had-
Stop. Hold on. Go ahead.
So mental illness, everybody throws around mental illness with everyone constantly. This person's bipolar, this person's this, but people are just
Is
shitty.
this just a moment
it's-
for you to virtue signal about
I'm not
this?
trying to virtue signal. It's just weird when people constantly throw out mental illnesses.
But do you think nobody's capable of being a narcissist? What
no,
if she
there's
actually
definitely
is?
narcissist. She could definitely be narcissist.
So what is your quarrel with him calling her a narcissist?
Scratch that then.
No, I mean,
equating
defend your
it to-
position, but-
I'm equating it to her. Narcissism is she had all these things narcissistic.
Say no to OF304s. Find a nice church. Live a purposeful life.
I don't have enough money, but
Thank you, man.
Can I or ended, or was it were you kind of blindsided?
When I met her, she was this sweet, shy girl that worked at Subway that used to bring the subs out for the homeless and stuff. When I met her, she was a completely different, sweet girl, and she was just very insecure and shy. But when I let her, and that probably is a regret for me now, but when I let her go from working at a grocery store to stripping, that's when she very much changed. She's
self-inflicted. Mick is part of the simp army that keeps the 304's pockets full. He completely lost me when he stated that she had sex with other dudes during their relationship, and he just accepted it because he kept telling himself that she didn't love those guys. Who in the world raised these men to think this way? Unbelievable. I don't think he's had a breakthrough he needs. He still denies and defends her cheating since it was just for money. Can't help feeling bad for the dude. He really loved her. He tried his best to make her happy, but you can't screw yourself trying to please a girl like her. It'll never happen. She'll never be happy with you, so he definitely dodged a huge missile here. No, bro. He dodged nothing. He ran headfirst into a bomb. He got blown to bits. The man spent 6 years, wasted a bunch of time because he didn't have the balls to put his foot down and be a man. Why are the people blaming the woman? This guy failed every step of the way in his relationship, self-admitted. Every single step. You can't make any more wrong mistakes, wrong moves than this guy. He literally made every single one that led to his undoing. He met a good girl at the time. Instead of fostering all her feminine qualities, he bitched out and let her start stripping. Then he let her get into OnlyFans. Then he let her sleep with other dudes. Then she had sugar daddy. This dude is a massive failure in every sense of the word. It is all his fault. There's nothing you can place on the woman. This guy literally gets off on getting screwed over. It has to be some sort of kink. There's no way you can be mentally healthy as a man and let your woman get this far, use you this much, and then pretend you're surprised, act shocked when she finally leaves. Am I the only one that's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? This is crazy. This guy is as mentally ill as that woman was. Holy crap, dude. Still took no responsibility, hardly any, for everything that's happened. He's like waddling around, finally being 100% accountable for his fuck up. He authored the destruction of his own relationship. He's like, yeah, I guess I regret letting her go from the grocery store to the strip club. And I guess feeling a little off when she was texting other men in front of me and gobbling on dicks. And like, I got normalized, and I knew it wasn't really love. She was just sleeping with her. It was a physical act. Like, this guy's a complete failure. And he has a ton of self-improvement to do, work and trauma to overcome. That goes far beyond this relationship. This guy is dealing with trauma from childhood. This is why this has happened to him. He has way more. Forget about women, bro. You're like 10 years away from ever dealing with another woman again, because this scenario will keep happening. There's no woman that wants to have your kids, respect you, look up to you, let you lead the family. You're going to get a foot on your throat again, and you're going to let it happen again because you only know how to appease people. Appease a woman. You're not a leader. You're not ready to be the head of a household, and you're sure as hell not ready to have a woman under your arms to be taken care of by you. This is sick, dude. This guy needs help. He's the furthest thing away from relationship, marriage ready, and all the shit he's talking about. All that stuff with the life he was allowing himself to be under. No, sorry, can't defend this dude. Have to rip him. Maybe he sees this video. Hopefully he does. This dude needs to go to a male, like some therapist that's a man, somebody that he respects. Try to find a good one. It's not easy, but you need a complete overhaul of your brain. Your programming is absolutely corrupted from childhood. This is terrible. And some of these commenters are just as clueless. This is wild. Wow. Man, I haven't seen one this bad in a long time. Ooh-wee. We'll see you on the next one. Hey everyone, if you have a minute, please head over to legionofmen.store and grab yourself some cool merch as well. We have a bunch of limited edition designs, brand new stuff on the way, and all the proceeds go to supporting the channel. We don't want to be sponsored by corporations where we have to submit videos for review, have our speech impeded, or push any products that we don't use. So thank you so much to everybody that goes into the shop. Again, it's legionofmen.store. I'll put it up here for you guys. First time customers get a 10% off, and we have a bunch of great designs by artists from the community that watch the channel and support. They get proceeds as well, a percentage of everything that gets sold. So community funded through and through. Again, appreciate you guys.